Mm. Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay. Can you see me or can you hear me too? Oh boy. Okay, you can hear me and see me, sweet. Sorry for the crappy quality. I tried to connect this with my camcorder, but it didn't end up working out, so sorry about that. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for some more people to people to join. I don't know, maybe I'll add them in Discord again. But yeah, at least this is working out so far, that's good. Sours, okay. That's good. Yeah, okay. Awkward, but yeah. Can't really do this if there's only one person watching. But I'm happy you're here. I'm just gonna tag them in Discord again, so maybe they'll see it this time. Because I need to stop looking at the basically the stream window of the live stream itself, because it's slightly delayed and it's confusing me. But yeah, good to know at least it's working and the chat seems to be working too. That's good. Sorry that this is awkward. Oh wait, there's another person watching now. Who has joined? Yeah, we're two now. Yeah, come on, this is a discussion, not just me talking about it. Like, I have some questions to talk about, and I want us to go for like an hour, I think. Oh, okay, good. Simo, is that how you pronounce your name? Hi there. Okay, now it says we're 3. Alright. Might be flashy, might be full. But yeah, either way. Everything's still working out. Can still hear me and see me and everything. Alright, sweet. Come on, who's person number 3? I want to start talking about this. And now it says only 2 watching it again. Well, damn. Why? Man, Flashy was so intent on joining, and now he's not showing up. Okay, now it says 3 again. Oh, good to know. I guess the first stream is always a little awkward. I'm just glad everything with OBS and everything is working out. Person number 3 just really doesn't want to talk, huh? Also, can I should have figured this out beforehand, but can I actually show the live chat in the stream too? I think there's one way to do that somehow. Oh well. I guess might as well just start talking. I guess people who are gonna join later, they can just go back and watch what I already discussed. But yeah. Actually, I promised to show you guys my green hair for this stream, and it is green. But somehow not any camera doesn't pick up on it. It's somehow only really visible in direct daylight, and for one, it's dark outside now, and 2, it's just very, very faded. Like, it doesn't look bad, but I'm a little disappointed. It's a bit boring. Yeah, I might actually... Yeah, it's green. It's, like I said, it's really not visible at all in this lighting. Yeah, it really just looks like brown. But yeah, in direct daylight you can see it. It's really, really dark green. Like, I don't know if I can try to hold it in front of the camera somehow. But yeah, the camera doesn't pick up on it at all. It is green, but you just don't see it in this lighting. Plus, this is my webcam. And yeah, shitty quality, like I already said. I'm not gonna shave my hair. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go to the salon and... well, I'll see if they can fix it a little. It doesn't look bad, but it's boring. I don't know, I wanted it to be a bit more green. But anyway. Do you two already have any questions? Thank you! I love my hair too. It's... yeah, I've had it this way for a really, really long time. So yeah, it's gotten pretty long. Okay then. Person number 3 refuses to talk, and I don't know, I wish I could see who actually the other person is, if it's Flashy or Phil, but somehow they don't want to say anything. But yeah. I do have some questions on my phone I collected from other people. It's mostly questions from Wade, because he can't join the stream because he's working today. So he gave me quite a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, what questions do you guys have, first of all? Because you're actually here and talking to me. Come on, I asked you guys to come up with some questions. That's sweet. Okay. What character would you like to see more developed in the future of the series? That's a good one. Like, the thing is, my first instinct is to say Bakugo, even though he actually got quite a lot of episodes focused on him already. But like, there's still so much more to go to his character, you know? Like, basically, episode 24 was literally titled as his origin episode. So, I've said this, I just really want to know, where do we go from here? How the hell is his personality going to develop further, and how is he going to make things work with Deku and their strained relationship and everything? So, yeah, even though we had so much stuff on him, I definitely want to see more of him, just because it's so interesting to watch. He's definitely one of the most interesting characters to watch, at least for me. And I've said this, I think he's really currently #1 in the character popularity polls. So clearly the majority of the watchers and readers agrees with that too. And for other characters, yeah, definitely Todoroki, since he's also definitely one of my favorites. Many people think he would become a villain because of his behavior. I do not agree with that, actually. The thing is, he had a very Sasuke-like start to his character. Like, you start watching the show and he was this kind of petty, villain-like rival type. Like, his behavior was definitely very villain-like, but I think they basically shot that option for his character arc down the second we saw him break down after... I can't remember what episode it was in season 1, but basically after the team fight, like him and Ida versus Deku and Ochako. And I feel like if he were to become a villain, he wouldn't have broken down after that the way he did. Instead, like, he would have, episode 8, okay. He would have continued to fester this rivalry and his hatred towards Deku, but he didn't. Like, they're still not, obviously, they weren't on good terms after that, but I don't know, they would have handled it so much differently if he were actually to become a villain. So I think after that, up to that episode, I still had thoughts that he might become one, but after that episode, definitely not anymore. I feel like if he turned out to be a villain after everything that has happened so far, and all the growth to his character, I feel like it would just feel out of character at this point. So I don't think he's gonna become a villain. My doorbell just rang. I don't know if you heard that, but it's not for me, so it's cool. But yeah. Renegade, do you have any questions? No, I mean, I just started this, so... I mean, I do if you don't have any questions right now, I feel like maybe you're gonna come up with some more later. That's nice, thank you. Just coming to watch my first stream. But yeah, I have some saved on my phone. God nicht! I'm sorry. But yeah. Yes, yeah, vielleicht. I'm sorry, I almost slipped some German in there. It happens sometimes. I can't believe you actually caught that. It was so quick. I caught it just as it happened. But yeah, Simo, if you have more questions, ask away. Yeah, you probably heard that. My flatmate knocked on my door. And I actually said gerade nicht. So, not right now. Because obviously I'm streaming. Come on, give me stuff to talk about. Alright. What kind of quirk do you wish to see in the future or have expectations for? Okay, I need to actually think about that. I feel like we've seen a lot of... okay, Flashy has finally joined. Hi. Okay, let me get to this question first. In case you didn't catch that one, I'm gonna repeat it. What kind of quirk do you wish to see in the future or have expectations? I feel like we've seen a lot of elemental quirks, like Toroki using fire and ice, Kaminari using electricity, and we've seen water-based quirks too, so that's very interesting. I can't remember if we've seen an earth-based quirk. I think the, what was his name? Kamui Woods, if I remember correctly, he had like tree-like abilities. That was really cool too. So like, I feel like I want to see some more psychologically based quirks, I think. Because like, so far we've had that with Shinso and his brainwashing. I feel like one thing that would be interesting instead would be mind reading and how that would work, you know. Or, you know, what's it called? Precognition, looking into the future. All kinds of psychic stuff, or like telekinesis. Well, I guess Ochako and Deku's mom can kind of do that, but it's not psychologically based, or at least not from what we know. But yeah, I feel like the psychic quirks would be more interesting to get into. Okay, Flashy, you said you had a lot of questions, so fire away if you're ready. Oh, it actually says 4 watching now. Hi! Party time, indeed. Well, this is working out better than expected already. Like, I was so nervous for this because I had like no idea how OBS worked and everything. And well, it kind of sucks that I couldn't connect my camcorder with it because now the quality is only 480p. But I guess it could be worse. I wonder if Inko trained if she could develop her telekinesis. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like you can train any quirk, kind of. So it would be a pretty cool quirk, yeah, if she got to control a little bit better. I think she's just not like a very hero-like persona. Like, she is already way too worried about her son, so I think she's not somebody who would want that kind of dangerous lifestyle. But yeah, she said she can only pull small light objects toward her, but I think if she trained it, she could definitely develop that and make it stronger. Okay, well, you come up with another question. I'm gonna take one of those I wrote down. Never mind, you asked something. Okay, thoughts on the new villains and what kind of villains would you hope to see in the future? Okay, I love the new villains. We don't know their quirks yet, and I feel like Toga's quirk is going to be something really fucked up. Probably blood related, somewhat similar to Stain, because that's honestly kind of the only thing I can think of. And as for Dabby, probably Dabby. Somebody wrote in my comment section that actually if I look him up, his name is actually kind of a reference to his quirk already, but I'm not sure if that's a spoiler or not, so I didn't Google it yet. But yeah. I'm actually wondering if his appearance with the stitches is related to his quirk or not, or if that's something he got from an accident, like All Might or whatever. Like, if it's a physical quirk, I really wonder what else he can do with it, and how it plays into his fighting. And what kind of villains I like to see in the future? Maybe also a villain with a kind of elemental quirk, because so far we've only seen heroes use that and not the villains. So I don't know, give me a cool villain controlling one of the elements or multiple elements. You know what, just let a villain be the avatar. I bet actually it would be possible for All For One to do if he just stole fire, earth, water, and air-based quirks from somebody. I can't believe I couldn't come up with the fourth element there. But yeah, if he stole all those quirks from somebody, he could basically be the avatar. And we are 5 watching now. Hi! Who else just joined? Yeah, actually, I think Wade asked a similar question as you just did. He asked me which new villain are you the most excited for? And I feel like, as crazy as Toga looks, I feel like I'm more interested in... I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm more interested in Dabby, because I really want to see if the stitches on his body aren't related to his quirk, how he got them. And if that's the reason why he is a villain for his motives and everything. So yeah, that is something I'm really interested to see. I want to know his backstory. Because like he said, he wants to basically realize Stain's motivations and his dream. And since I brought up Stain, I can just keep that thought going, because Wade also asked me, do you think Stain will come back? And I think that's a yes. I think he's definitely coming back. It's actually funny because you've seen that in my reactions. I thought he died in this very intense moment, and then I was so surprised when it actually said that he was still alive, because it would have made perfect sense for his arc to end there, but it didn't. So basically he's in confinement now, in prison, whatever. But yeah, I feel like he's too interesting a character for him to be completely out of the picture. And plus there are so many villains idealizing him now. But I think when he comes back into the picture, he won't be on the League of Villains side. Because he already said they are the kind of people he hates the most. He doesn't want them to realize his ideals, because he hates them even more than he hates the mock heroes in his eyes. So I don't know if he's actually gonna be quite like Scar from... Oh crap, I'm gonna spoil Fullmetal Alchemist. Flashy, you need to finish Fullmetal Alchemist, so I don't accidentally stumble across Fullmetal Alchemist spoilers. But yeah, I wonder if he's going to go like Zuko. And I don't think he's gonna fully become a good guy. I feel like he's gonna be more of an anti-hero or maybe anti-villain, if that's a thing. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna be still a complete villain. Okay. What kind of development are you hoping the characters get at the summer camp next arc? See, the thing is, we still need closure from Bakugo's origin episode. I already said that. Like, we've seen the super emotional scene of him at the end of it, and then he was just passed out for the rest of it, and it wasn't brought up again in the finale. So I feel like we need to get something out of him there. And obviously he's not going to be best friends with Deku yet. That's not gonna happen for quite some time, or maybe ever. But I feel like in the future, very, very far into the future, they are going to get along in a begrudging hate, friendship sort of way. I don't know. So I feel like the kind of development I'm hoping for is maybe him interacting with Deku and actually trying to be civil. And not just with Deku, with the other characters too, because, you know, he's not exactly nice to everyone else either. Thoughts on Shigaraki before and after the finale? Okay, I didn't care for him all that much before the finale. There wasn't really not much to go from him. He was basically, like, he was even referred to in the series as a man-child and basically just an immature brat, and the whole hero killer thing put him in a completely different light, I think. Because, like, as he already said, he can use that as a stepping stone, and I feel like he's gonna make a lot more threatening moves from here on out. So I think this is where his arc really starts. So that should be interesting in the future. So I'm definitely kind of more intrigued in him now than I was before. Alright, and since you brought up Shigaraki, and this question I got from Wade Fitz right in here, he asked, do you think All For One can be transferred to Shigaraki? And about that, I have to say I don't know. But the thing is, All For One himself said he wants Shigaraki to be the new him. He wants him to be his predecessor, essentially. But the thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, but All For One can take quirks from other people, but... No, I was gonna say not transfer them, but he did transfer super strength to his brother, right at the beginning, when everything started. Yeah, of course, that's how All For One... yeah, that's how All For One... No, not All For One, damn it, I keep mixing it up. That's how One For All was born in the first place. But yeah, I don't know. Actually, the thing is, we know he got like an immortality quirk or something. Or not immortality, I guess he just doesn't age. So I don't know why he would even want to give up his power to somebody else. Okay, All For One is a quirk that can give quirks to others, so I think it would make sense if he could. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he can. After all, yeah, that has to be also how he gives the multiple quirks to the Nomus. Yeah, yeah, he can definitely give away quirks too. Yeah, the thing is, I feel like there's no such thing as an actual immortality quirk, I think. Like, he got a quirk to never age, but that doesn't equal immortality. So I think in a similar way to One For All, he wants his quirk to live on in case he somehow gets defeated again, and this time for real. So somebody can carry on his legacy. So I think that might be what he's planning for Shigaraki to do, that he's the one becoming the next All For One. God, take a shot every time I say the word one in this live stream. I'm kidding, don't do that. But yeah, so I think that might be what happens. Not all that soon, obviously. I still think Alpha One is the ultimate big bad they have right now. Have you heard about the theory about this scientist with Alpha One? People think he's the doctor who said to Deku that he has no quirk because same design and voice actor? Does he have the same voice actor? Because shit. See, I'd have to go back and rewatch that and also Google that. Because like finding out who the voice actor is should be pretty easy. Shit, that's interesting. I hadn't even thought about that because it hadn't even noticed that, but yeah. Could be. Now I want to know how the hell he became a villain then. I don't really see how that would connect Deku and Alpha One though. Other than them having the same doctor. But yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't even noticed that, yeah. That just blew my mind. As for same design, I don't think we have really seen the doctor who treats Alpha One, I think. But yeah, that's interesting. So it might be more than just a theory. Maybe it really is the same doctor. Okay, there are two things I need to address here. Okay, first of all, Flashy said, I don't know why he would even want to give it away since it's even called Alpha One and Deku described it everything for one person. So why would he want to give it to somebody else? Yeah, I agree. But also the thing is, maybe just Alpha One at the same time. Maybe that's kind of how it works. Like, multiple people can have one for all, because All Might still has his powers after Deku got it transferred to him. And you know, you can give it away to multiple people, I think. Because, like, everything a person needs is just a strand of DNA, whatever it be. So, like, any person could inherit one for all if their body is fit for it. And I feel like maybe Alpha One is different. Maybe it does need the predecessor to die in order to be successfully transferred. I feel like, oh, that just gave me a thought. Maybe the Nomus are failed experiments of that. Maybe he tried to transfer Alpha One to them and it drove them crazy because it isn't that easy to transfer as one for all. So like maybe Alpha let me clear my mind again. Maybe Alpha One does have to be transferred through death, or the person dies immediately afterwards, after it's transferred. I don't know. That's something to think about. Okay, Seymour, you said people think maybe Deku had a quirk, but they stole it from him. The super regeneration quirk. Possibly, but I don't think so. I think Deku was legitimately born without a quirk from the beginning. Because, like, we've seen the Ultra... Okay, sorry about that. I think my stream just stopped working, but I think it came back. Can you tell me if the stream is working alright right now? Because it's saying the bandwidth is really bad right now. I don't know. Okay, it's back. Good. Did you catch everything I said about your theory, Flashy? Okay, good. You cut everything. Okay, I don't know, it just... Okay, it should work better now. It just showed the stream health as red, and in the beginning it was green, then yellow, and then it switched to red, but now it's back to green. So I think it should be working again now. Okay, Simo, I'll go back to your comment about Deku's quirk getting stolen, and it's an interesting theory, but I don't think so. I think he was really born without a quirk, because the ultrasound of his feet backed it up. I think he really was born quirkless from the beginning. And also, we are 5 people watching again. Does anybody else have questions? And now it's back to 4. I jinxed it. Maybe somebody has worse internet connection than I do. Exactly. Fire and telekinesis wouldn't exactly equal super regeneration. I guess maybe it could be possible for a quirk to mutate. Like, the parents had completely different quirks and the kid develops a completely different one. Maybe, well, maybe from the grandparents or whatever. Like, DNA is obviously involved in it, so I think it's not completely impossible for him to have developed a different quirk than either of the two, but probably very unlikely. Like, the parents' quirks definitely seem dominant. Okay, you have a favor? Can you read this for me? What do I have to read for you? I am not going to read that. The Grape Goblin does not get any recognition on this channel, sorry. You even wrote it in a different way. Nope, not falling for that. Okay, favorite moments in season 2. Okay, my favorite episode still remains Toroki Shoto Origin. And basically everything from that episode, from that fight, is my favorite moment. Definitely, that's still my favorite fight, my favorite episode. It was amazing. Like, everything in that episode was so incredible. Like, the animation was subpar. No, wait, subpar is something bad. The animation was incredible, the music was chilling and everything. I think, ironically, Katsuki Bakugo Origin might be my second favorite episode, and the fight with All Might my second favorite moment. I also really liked Momo's fight. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put the cavalry battle in there too. That was incredible. That was so much fun to watch, and I loved seeing all the different characters working together, even though a lot of times before that they hadn't even really interacted, and seeing how all their different quirks worked in unison. That was really cool to see. Alright, you have a good question? Okay, tell me. I have like 3 more questions I got beforehand. So I think this might actually go a little bit over 1 hour. Which is nice. I'm glad I actually found stuff to talk about after all. Okay, what makes you the most excited when you watch My Hero Academia, beside another anime? I don't know, am I gonna be cliche again and say the music? Because I really love the music in this show. I've been listening to so many tracks from the soundtrack these days. Like the entire compilations of it on YouTube and everything. It's so good. You Say Run is still my favorite, and closely followed by Bombing King, Bakugo's theme. I've been listening to Bakugo's theme a lot. Just, it's pretty fire. So yeah, the intros have also been pretty amazing. Like, I actually kind of hold back when you see me watching the episodes. When I listen to them in private, I just really jam out to them. But yeah, other than that, my favorite characters, I'm always excited for them. I like the fights. I really like the fights in this show. I've already said this, that they don't drag the fights out. Like, even the Deku and Bakugo fight, which was really an entire episode almost, it still felt appropriately timed. It didn't feel dragged out at all. So I really like the pacing in the episodes and the fights and everything. Why does Endeavor have to have one of the best themes? I agree, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it in the slightest. Loki, I just want to cover it and put Todoroki as the thumbnail and channel art out of spite. Maybe. I might do that. Who knows? When is the anime song karaoke? Well, I'd have to figure out a way to do that on Discord or whatever. I don't know. I'll get back to you when I somehow find a way to do that. Okay, I'm gonna do another one of my questions I got written down. This one's from Ezzy. And she asked, do you think all the kids who got into UA through recommendations really wanted to be heroes and went out of their own free will? And that's an interesting question. I actually, damn it, I wanted to Google beforehand if they mentioned how many students got into UA through recommendations, because we know Todoroki and Momo are two of them, but they mentioned there were multiple. And the thing is, usually you'd think that obviously any kid with a quirk that would get them in through recommendations would obviously want to be a hero. Okay, you're saying there was 4? Okay. Okay, so about that, so we've only seen 2 so far. So, since they don't seem to be from Class 1A, the other 2 are probably from Class 1B. So we might see them in the future. Probably. I feel like they wouldn't mention that exact number if we... Okay, you already said it. So it is 2 in Class A and 2 in Class B, okay. I hope that's not a spoiler though. But yeah, I feel like if they weren't going to show them, they wouldn't have mentioned that specific number. So I feel like we might actually get to see them in the future. So, interested to see what kind of people they are, what kind of quirks they have. But yeah, back to the question. The thing is, Todoroki always wanted to be a hero. His idol was All Might, so him getting into UA was always a possibility. I feel like... So yeah, for Todoroki, he obviously wanted to be a hero because his idol and role model is All Might. As for Momo, I'd like to get some more insight on that, because we don't really know her motivations for being a hero yet. So I feel like we know she has pretty amazing quirks that attracted a lot of people's interest. And... it's obviously not for money, like in Ochako's case. Obviously not in a selfish way either. But yeah, Momo's parents obviously have a lot of money, so maybe she really is becoming a hero for the sake of being a hero. I don't know, maybe she feels like it's the only thing she's good at, because we know she has so many self-worth issues and problems with her self-confidence and everything. So I hope they'll elaborate a little bit more on that in the future. And hold on, I'll get to your question in a second, because related to that question I also got, why would Momo want to be a hero and her motivation behind it? Because yeah, she doesn't seem super excited about it in the same way Bakugo or Deku are. I feel like maybe it is a kind of problem for her that she doesn't know what else to do with her quirk other than be a hero. So she chose to go to hero school because it just seemed like the most obvious thing to do for her to do. I think I just said to do there twice, but anyway. Yeah, as for other kids, if they wanted to be a hero out of their own free will, I feel like maybe that might be the case with the two who got in through recommendations in Class B. Maybe one of them didn't actually want to become a hero, but they just had a quirk that was so promising, and their parents basically said, you need to do this, it would be a waste of your talent if you didn't go. And maybe also their parents didn't have that great of a quirk, both of them, but the quirk of their parents got combined and the child got an super impressive, strong quirk out of it. And because the parents never got to be heroes themselves, maybe the children have to carry on that dream for them now. Maybe it's going to be the case for one of them from Class B. So yeah, I wonder if we're going to see some of that. I'd be interested in that. Because a narrative like that hasn't really been brought up so far. So far, all the kids from UA in the hero classes have been shown to actually want to be heroes. And then there are people like Shinzo, of course, who desperately want to be heroes, but their quirk isn't as practical in a battle. But they still want to be heroes over everything. Okay, you asked related to that, what would be Momo's parents' quirk in that case? Maybe something similar? I don't know. Maybe a similar quirk to hers, but not quite as strong, I feel like. Yeah, because we do know it's obviously usually either one of the quirks or something combined, or both of them in the case of Todoroki. God, that makes me think of Bakugo's parents. Like, I wonder if he inherited just the quirk from one of them or from both of them combined, and that's how it got so crazy OP. If that has already been revealed in the manga, don't spoil me. I'm gonna find out in the future. Okay, thoughts on Class B, and do you think they should have more screen time in the future? Yes. Like I already said, I'd be interested in the two who got in through recommendations especially. I wonder if really one of them actually didn't want to be a hero at all, and they were basically forced to go to hero school, as crazy as that sounds, but maybe they just, I don't know, wanted to be a doctor or whatever. But their parents just were super strict and said, no, you know what, I didn't get to become a hero, but you will. So yeah. We've only really seen a handful of characters from Class B. So who knows, there might be some interesting people in there. I'm interested to see them in the future. Okay, Simo, you asked, can you do a kendo cosplay? Maybe? In the future? I need a wig for that, because I can't keep dyeing my hair all the time. Well, I want to do a Tsuyu cosplay, and did dye my hair green, you just can't see it on camera because it's so dark and faded. But yeah. Flashy said maybe a building quirk and a matter creation quirk or something. As for Momo's parents, maybe. And I guess she just combined the two, or she got one of the two. Something like that, yeah, I guess. Alright, so from the questions I have written down, I only have one more. So, and it's a pretty dark one, so if you have some more lighthearted questions, ask away, please. Also, I've been sitting in a really weird position, my leg hurts like hell. Let me fix that real quick. You want me to ask the dark question? Okay then. I mean, I guess it was going to pop up in here anyway, probably. Okay, the question is when and how do you think All Might will die? As for when, I don't think all too soon in the future. What? The one you should not say his name? No, we don't want All Might to die. Shh. At least not that soon. I mean, they've obviously teased it. They said it's going to happen eventually. That was basically a confirmation that he is already dying. Not too sure if it's as a result of his previous wounds from his fight with All for One, or as a result of passing on one for all. Like, that is something I theorized about before. Do you actually start to slowly die once you pass on the quirk, or is he really just dying as a result from his old wounds? Because, like, we know he got his organs and everything got pretty messed up. We know he's regularly spitting blood and everything, so it's obviously still very serious. And I guess it also doesn't help that he still does hero work and still keeps getting himself hurt and everything. Like, I feel like if he wanted to live a few more years, he'd have to retire as a hero completely, which he doesn't want to do, obviously. Because, you know, have to keep up the symbol of peace until the next one can come around. And as of now, he's planned for that to be Deku. And yeah, out of that reason too, I don't think he's going to die all that soon. But I feel like he will die before Deku is an adult. Maybe even before he graduates UA. So the symbol of peace really is going to disappear for quite a while. And who knows what the hell that is going to bring about in with the villains and everything. Because, like, All Might's entire existence is the reason crime rates have gone down, because they're too scared even to intercept with him, which I can understand. I mean, we've seen how terrifying he can be in the Deku and Bakuro fight. Yeah, I would not want to cross All Might. Nope. But yeah, where was I going with this? Okay, as for when he's going to die, yeah. Not too soon in the future, but also he's not going to die from old age. So, like, either he's going to die as a result from his wounds, or to make it even more dramatic, when he faces up with All for One again. And as for... yeah, that would be as for how. God, I don't want to think about this. I just want to focus on the now while he's still alive and not think about him dying. I just... come on, it's All Might. We don't want him to die. Okay, Flashy, you asked which people of Class A do you want to have more focus on them in the future? Kind of like Todoroki was brought up this season. Okay. How do I answer this without being biased? Because, like, I've come to really like Jiro. She is, on top of being super gay, I really like her quirk, I like her design, I like her personality and everything. I love how she interacts with the others. And she's kind of the glue between them in a way. Like, she can kind of get along with everyone, I feel like. So I kind of yeah, I want to know her backstory or her family and everything. How it all came to be for her. Tsuyu too. I want to know more about Tsuyu's upbringing and her background and everything. We found out a little bit about Ochako now, but I feel like I definitely want to have some more focus on her too. Give some more focus to the girls, yeah. Tokoyami too, maybe. He's also such an interesting character. I wonder if... Yeah, what the hell do his parents even look like? I really wonder how his quirk came to be. If it's a combination of two, like maybe, oh yeah, maybe it might be. Maybe one of his parents can control their shadow and the other one looks like a bird and maybe he has wings or something and can actually fly, who knows, and his combination of the two just became the combination of the bird-like features and the shadow, and he just can't fly as a result or something, so it wasn't a perfect combination. So I feel like that's pretty likely in this case. Okay, you say there's more of all that about Tsu and the OVAs. Really? Okay. I mean, I did say I was gonna watch those. So, yeah, okay, I'm looking forward to the OVAs a little bit more now. Okay. Phil never ended up joining this stream, so that kind of sucks, I guess. Because, like, he was the one who actually suggested I do this, so shout out to Phil. But, you know, next time, maybe I'm gonna do one of these again before Season 3 premieres, if you would like that. But yeah, I'm through with all the questions I have on my phone, so we're almost at 1 hour. So maybe we can keep this going for a little bit longer, but, you know, maybe you have some more questions too. Punish him next time. I'm not gonna punish Phil. He's probably just busy. So if you excuse me. I've been talking for almost an hour. I am thirsty. In the physical sense. Yeah, you actually don't notice that you've been talking for like an hour until you notice how dry your throat actually is. Like, I can't think of anything else to discuss right now if you don't have anything else to say. I also said you can bring up stuff from Season 1 too. And general theories too, I guess. Okay, I think it's funny to think about what happened when the students first discovered their quirks. Maybe Ochako accidentally floated someone into space. See, that's... Oh, I can't think of her name right now. What is it? Toru, the invisible girl. That is the most funny one to think about in this case, to be honest. Like, I think people are born with their physical quirks, right? Or do those develop later? Because, like, either you get a child, they seem practically normal, and then one day your kid is just fucking gone. And yeah, or even worse, you birth an invisible child. Like, imagine dealing with that. Like, the nurse hands you your child. Where is it? Who else is funny to think about in that department? I feel like that's the funniest one to me, but I feel like other people's quirks would also be pretty damn funny. Kaminari too. Like, imagine he's discovering his quirk and he just goes all Pikachu on his entire preschool or whatever. Shigaraki. Yeah, you had to go there. Somebody pointed that out to me because I didn't see that in the finale. That there was what seemed to be a young Shigaraki standing next to a puddle of blood and only a hand was left. So I feel like maybe when he discovered his quirk, he probably immediately killed somebody because he touched them. Probably one of his parents. Yeah, that isn't that funny to think about. And probably would explain why he went the villain route. Because, like, imagine being around people who can do so much good with their quirks and everything your quirk can do is just destroy everything around you. Like, literally kill everything you touch. Not exactly something a toddler can be positive about. And especially if he did kill his parents or his guardian or whoever, there's nobody to tell him differently. And I wonder if he was actually brought up in the League of Villains, like if All For One found him like that, maybe abandoned by the people around him because who wants to care for a crazy kid who killed their parents, you know? That kind of situation. And he was taken in by All For One. Maybe something like that. Maybe that's his background story, who knows? Now I'm even more interested to see that because that is really interesting. Also, you said, let's talk about your favorite topic. What is my favorite topic? Ship. You want me to talk about ships, really? I mean, you know my ships, so... What ship do you believe being canon? Well, as of now, actually, none. I don't think any ships are canon as of now, so... Okay, Flashy's saying it was at the time when he talked about All Might saving everybody, and later in the episode when the guy said that All Might has never failed to save anyone when he arrived at the scene. So I feel like that's referencing that and implying that he has maybe with Shigaraki's family. Yeah, that's what I thought about too. And ironically, as bizarre as it sounds, because those shows are like night and day, but that reminds me of a scene from Fairy Tail. When basically Jalal got Fairy Tail spoilers. When Jalal got possessed during the Tower of Heaven arc, and everyone around him was talking about gods, and he was like, what worth is a god if it can't even save one little child? And I feel like it might be a a similar situation in this case. He was basically like, everyone was praising All Might as the symbol of peace, and basically that is bringing good to the world and stopping all evil, but in fact it can't stop all evil, obviously. And only the evil he is aware of. So basically it's like you're the symbol, big symbol of peace for everyone else and helping everyone else, but where were you when I needed you, when I needed saving, you know, kind of like that. So yeah, that might be related to that, and probably could be the biggest motivator for his hatred towards All Might. Do we have any canon couples in My Hero Academia? We don't. That's the thing, we don't, actually, as of now. Everyone has single parents too. Really? Do we know that? Because Deku's mom is single, Todoroki's parents are, well, he has a very sweet mom, and we don't talk about his dad. Bakugo, we know he has a mom. We've heard her yelling. In that one end credit scene, she was like, "Katsuki, don't wake up at noon and start yelling," when he was aggressively brushing his teeth. Excited to see her, actually. She's probably showed up in the manga at this point. But yeah, who knows, maybe he actually has a dad. Or maybe not. Are those the only parents we've seen? We've seen... oh, what's his name? Help me out here. The one who fought together with Jiro in the exam. His hero name is Anima. What's his name? But like, we've only seen his mom. And those should be the only parents we've seen. Ida's dad too. And... God, you're right, they really only ever show one family member. Todoroki might actually be the only character where we know that both parents exist. And where we've seen both of them. Like, we know Deku's dad exists, but he just never shows up. And his actual new dad is All Might, obviously. Koda, yeah. I meant Koda. We've seen his mom in the flashback during the fight against Mike. We saw Ida's mom, really? When? But yeah, I can't think of any other parents we've seen so far. Momo has mentioned hers, but we've not actually seen them. Wasn't it that? Oh, true, when he went to the hospital, you're right, I totally forgot about that. But I think there was a scene in a flashback with his brother where he and his brother were sitting, I don't know, at the dinner table or something, and I think his dad was there. He was sitting at the table with them. So yeah, yay, Ida actually has two parents. At least I think so. I think that was his dad we've seen in that flashback. Yeah, I think they were talking about Inganium's job at the time. I think that's what that scene was about. What do you think? Are we gonna end it here? Because I can't think of anything else to talk about right now. And if you don't have any more questions either... What did you miss? No, I think we've seen his dad. We've seen his mom at the hospital when they visited his brother who got hurt after the whole stain ordeal. But yeah, I think we've seen his dad. I'm glad there wasn't as much awkward silence in the stream as I thought there was going to be. You actually gave me quite a lot of stuff to talk about. Thank you for that. Okay, last question. Okay, let's make that the last one. Favorite teachers in UA? Let me think about the ones I even know. Okay, I know All Might, I know Eraserhead, I know Mike. What's his full name? I only know Mike. I forgot the first part of his hero name. We know 13, Ectoplasm, Midnight. I can't remember the name of the one Ida and Odiro fought. There's McCree. I cannot remember his actual name for the life of it. He's just going to be McCree for me eternally. Thank you for that, Azzy. Are those all of... No, the principal? Yeah, I already mentioned Aizawa. Aizawa is Eraserhead. Flashy. Present Mike, okay. I think that's all of them, at least the ones we've seen in the exams. Oh no, Cementos. He fought Kirishima and Sato? Was it Sato? I think so. Yeah. Sorry if I'm forgetting one, but I think those were all the ones we've seen during the exams. But yeah, I think my favorite might be Aizawa. Okay, I think All Might and Aizawa might be tied here. I just really loved the lengths Aizawa is willing to go to for his students. Like, actually, my favorite moment from Aizawa was from at the end of season 1, when he was already bleeding from his eyes and everything. He was already super beat up and he was literally smashed into the ground from Nomu. And then you see Shigaraki coming towards Deku and Tsuyu and the non-existent Grape Goblin and raising his hand to Tsuyu's head, and like you already see Deku in his mind picturing her face crumbling from his quirk because he had seen the damage his quirk can do, and then he actually touches Tsuyu's head but nothing happens, and then it just pans around to Aizawa with whatever strength he still had in him, struggling against Nomu, which is like 20 times stronger than him, and keeping his eyes open and so desperately focusing on Shigaraki because he, above everything, like he was hurting himself there. We know he got permanent damage from that fight. And he was bleeding from his eyes and everything. He must have been in so much pain, but he still couldn't even think of the possibility of Shigaraki harming one of his students. That was still what he cared about above everything, and he made it happen, and it was... Oh, that moment still gives me chills. That was amazing. So yeah, I think Aizawa really might be my favorite teacher. Plus, he's actually pretty fucking relatable. He's just asleep and sleepy all the time. He's just kind of like, oh, everybody leave me alone. But just big mood. But yeah, this was fun. I'm glad you guys actually had so many questions to ask me. So yeah, now that I actually have figured out that this isn't actually as complicated as I thought, I just need to figure out how to connect my camera with OBS the next time so I can actually have a video with decent quality. But I guess this could have been worse. And I guess if the quality isn't as good for the video, it's not lagging as much, because I feel like in between there was just one moment where it kind of cut out, but other than that it worked pretty well, I guess. So, pretty successful first live stream, I guess. Yay me, yay you. Alright then, if you don't have any more questions, I guess we really will leave that one with the favorite teachers, the last one. I'm still gonna leave this video up for the other patrons who couldn't join for a few more days, so they'll still get to see it before the public YouTube upload. And yeah, I had a lot of fun in this actually, and now I'm going to eat dinner because I'm starving. It's 8 p.m. and I haven't eaten dinner yet. I have my life in perfect order. Anyway, I enjoyed this, I hope you enjoyed it too, and I'll see you in the next video.